is coming my way. It's a beautiful day. I'm living a beautiful life. I'm making a beautiful life. I'm changing, rearranging. I see a beautiful day. It's coming my way. It's a beautiful day.
Hello, my name is Jaquita Lee, and you are tuned into A Beautiful Life, and I have the esteemed pleasure to sit with Miss Kristine Alicia. She is a recording artist, born and raised in Jamaica, but guess what? Thank you, Jamaica. We got a chance to have her here in the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, and I tell you, you all are in for a treat. This young lady, not only is she gifted with a beautiful voice, but she has a passion for God's people. And so, Miss Kristine Alicia, thank you so much for being here.
Jaquita, thank you for having me. I'm so pleased to be a part of this whole video series that you're doing. It's fabulous.
Thank you, man. We're going to get right into it. Let me tell you, when I first met Kristine Alicia, I mean, instantly, I was like, oh my God, her spirit is so beautiful. Then I heard her sing, and I tell you, this sister, she comes with, like, I don't care if you have your heels on or whatever, she is going to be jamming for Jesus, and I love it. So her energy is electric, and it's so interesting because your CD, one of the songs, many of them actually, every day when I would come home from work, I would put your CD on, put my candles, and that was my... I am in my humble abode. I'm getting,
So the reggae beats are.
Oh my God, Philistine.
Really? Okay.
And your lady.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what was the inspiration behind that CD.
Okay. Well, the CDs are a collection of singles, so they all were at different times of my growth and career, and then when I decided to bring the different singles together. It's not, I wouldn't call it an album.
Okay.
My first album is more like a solidified theme. So what you are experiencing are different singles, which Philistine was just written at a time when I was a little annoyed, a little angry at. I felt what the progress that I saw in my family's life and my friends in terms of struggle and sickness, in particular in my family, just seeing poverty or just like always just not being able to have a breakthrough. And then one day I was crying and I was just, crying and talking to God about it. And then he was just like, why are you crying? Just get off of your bed, get up. I have given you the power. And he brought me to the story of David, and that whole story just played in my mind. And he was like, the picture of just David going forward to the Philistines and saying, how dare you come into my family's camp? How dare you? And so that song came with that. Philistine says, it talks to the Philistine, obviously. And I wrote it and just, I knew it wasn't the typical, oh, Jesus, I love you, or, church song, but I didn't care. I felt like sometimes as, people of God, I would just need to just take that authority and speak directly. Not every church song has to be, nice and sweet sounding, but I want it to be a warfare song.
And that's fine.
And that's what it was. So it just took up, and sometimes we have to, God gives us power to take up the 5 stones, which is his word, and go against the enemy. Like, don't even come into my camp like that. Don't even bother with it.
And exactly what you said, when I heard that song, it really was a war song to understand really the authority that he's given us.
Yeah.
That it's not so much about having to get on the phone and tell someone as it is about internally, God, you've equipped me to go through whatever challenge, whatever trial.
Absolutely. He has equipped us.
Amen.
He has equipped us, no doubt. I mean, I'm learning even now that a lot of the things that I'm praying for, my friend sometimes to remind Christine, he has already done it. It's us to receive the promise. And sometimes I forget, I get worried. I worry easily. That's one of my things that I have to work on. I'll have faith one day and I'll be like, and then the next day, but he has given us, and we just have to believe it.
And
he equips us with the word.
Let's chime on that, because there are times where we can have faith for everybody else.
Yes.
I mean, they can call us and they can say, I want to buy the Eiffel Tower, and we will be encouraging them to do so. But that faith for ourselves, that belief system of being able to step out the boat for us.
Right.
How important has that been for you as you continue to journey with your singing career and just touching the lives of people? How important has that been for you to really hone in on your faith?
Well, I mean, I feel I've learned that I keep humble because I learned that my journey going up and down is really directly correlates to my faith. So whereas, I'm able to write these songs and people tell me, oh, this song encouraged me. And I have to check myself and say, have I been listening to that word? Have I been checking myself? I feel great one day. Why am I doubting the same promises? God gives us words, but that not because you see a leader on stage and they're speaking a word always means that it was a word that God gave to them at that time, but that I still have to walk that journey. So even there's a song, I Choose You, which is on the same thing. I Choose You. Some people think that, oh wow, I really that song. So, and I'm like, yeah, but every day I have to sing that song. If I meet a guy tomorrow, I have to sing that song and say, Lord, please help me to stay out of temptation. You know what I mean? I have to sing that song. I choose you. You are the king of my... I have to sing that. He gave me that word like 5 years ago, but I have to still sing it. You understand? So the word that he gives us, whether it's today or tomorrow, thank God it's there and we can always refer to it. And that is not our singing. It is not our call. It is not our ministry. It is the foundation of the word. I think that's what keeps me humble. If we keep on saying, oh, where our ministry is going or where our ministry has taken me, or I'm going to interview with Jaquita or whatever. No, what is the word? It's just the word. If I don't have the word, then that's nothing. You know what, Kristine Alicia, there's a lot of things that I love about what God is doing in your life, particularly your transparency. Because I think that is what is going to bless a lot of people in this hour. When you said 5 years from now, I'll still be singing I'll Choose You, with this fine brother standing before me, but understanding. Because I've realized and I've learned, but I learned this very, very early, that it don't make no sense to pretend. It don't make any sense. It just don't make no sense to pretend. You'll fall flat in your face. And the truth is, God uses us when we are most honest with Him. And if we're not honest with God, then what's the point? If we're not honest with Him, at least if we're honest with Him, He'll help us. At least that.
Because He knows it all.
Yes, if we pretend to have it together, fall flat on our face. But when I'm honest with Him, He helps me in the situation. And then I can turn around my car and not go to that man's house. Right?
So you all see how excited I was to have Miss Kristine Alicia on the Purple Love, as we like to call it. When we come back, you'll get a chance to hear more about not only the songwriter, not only the singer, but the young lady who is making an impact in the community. You all will have the chance to hear from our beautiful business spotlights. So we'll be back in one beautiful minute.
Cure Inc., operated by founder and CEO Floyd Amos, a man who has taken his pain of the loss of a loved one to cancer to provide hope for those fighting back. A man with a vision to empower a generation to save lives, restore hope, and promote wellness. Are you looking for a cancer support group or want more information on how to live a life of wellness? Call Cure Inc. today at 903-225-9543 or visit their website at curingtogether.com.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in again. I am Jaquita Lee with A Beautiful Life, and I am joined by my beautiful guest, Miss Kristine Alicia. And you can already hear her passion, I tell you. So, of course, it doesn't end in the studio. She has definitely brought it out on the streets. Kristine Alicia, tell them a little bit about some of the endeavors that you have now taken on. One of the songs being Rescue and some other projects that you're working on. Why is it important for you as an artist to understand that it's so much more than just a song, but it's the impact that you can make with that song?
Well, I would say personally, being in the music industry for me as a female, I love music and I loved working with producers, but I learned pretty quickly that if you're just doing it just for doing its sake or doing it for the money or the fame or whatever, you can easily, or you quickly get burnt out, or you quickly lose yourself, or you just quickly lose. You just striving for something that sometimes is unattainable. So, just in my process of growth and my learning experiences, with God, I just realized that this thing that He has given me is not just for me. So that's why I decided to say, okay, what is it for? And I look, the songs that he has been giving me is encouragement. They've always been encouragement, coming from the Psalms. People, sometimes we're in despair, we're sad, and it wasn't just for me. So one of the songs in particular, Rescue, that was given to me by God during a time of me just saying, Lord, I need you. You're my shepherd. I need to trust you more. And so reciting that, and then growing from that, I realized, you know what, God showed me that it's not, yes, I'm crying out to him, and he's my true shepherd. He's the one that's going to rescue me. Yeah. But my salvation, or me being rescued from my situation, is me looking beyond my problems and reaching out to the needs of the community. And so he directly, just by lining up certain things, the doors he opens, which he always does. That's how we know where we're purposed, right? The doors he opens. And so I followed through, and then he led me to just a group of people, a team who wanted to help, who said, we want to stand beside this song. We want this song to also minister to a group of people, and go not just to the high class and not to the people who have it quote unquote all together, but let's look at an organization that has been looked over. And sometimes we have all these, our government or our people in high places, we forget that there are certain things that need to be taken care of. So we found the National Children's Home in Jamaica and decided to target that and find out what their needs were and be practical help. Don't just say, oh, we bless you, or let me sing a song at our concert and say, hi guys. No, if I'm going to sing, maybe I didn't have to sing. I didn't even sing when I went down. I just said, what you need, let's try and raise the money for it, and paint, because they need paint, they need clothes, they need that. And God reminds us that is exactly what defines our religion, right? Yeah. Taking care of the poor and the needy, being practical about the needs, and not just saying, hi, I'm a superstar, I'm going to sing for you and hope that this inspires you to be what?
Let me tell you something. I love it, because when you understand that we are the hands and the feet of God, and when you look over the life of Jesus, feeding the multitude, a lot of times it really is about, people don't care how much you know until they know that you care. Yes. And so when you said, it says a lot about you, Kristine Alicia, and who you're connected with, because you talked about when this was placed on your heart, and you talked with some of your friends that they on their own dimes flew to Jamaica to be a part of this initiative. And so how much of a greater message does it send to your fans and those who listen to you, to say, not only is she singing on the CD, but she has flown down to see about us. And so it really becomes a greater example of who Christ is.
Well, that's what we all should be doing, whether we're doing music or doing having our own business. What is the root and the foundation of what we're trying to do?
I love it.
That's what I believe. Well, that's what it should be, but we are fulfilled that way, no other way.
So now you are working on another project.
I'm excited about it.
I want you to be able to share with our beautiful viewers this most recent with the Freedom Fighters.
Yes.
And this is going to actually be held, you're going back to Jamaica.
I am.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I want you to tell them a little bit about the date, who's going to be working on the project, and what they can look forward to.
Well, it's a single release. I'm going to launch the single in Jamaica at a place called Red Bones in Kingston, a very, very nice place. I've been blessed to share it at that time. The producer is Rory. He's a strong reggae producer. I feel like since my passion and my heart is there, that's the first place it should be launched. However, I'm going to come up here and do it up here, and
She's coming back,
and do it here and do it in New York or do it in Canada and those places.
Okay.
God willing, of course. And just the message is a follow-up, from Rescue, saying that now it's a challenge to you, to me, to my friends, to say, all right, directly, what are we doing about our community? Okay, who do you say that you are? You're doing this, but are you really focusing on the next generation? Right. What are the practical things are we doing? Where are our leaders? It says, silence no work no more. Where are the leaders that guided us before? That's basically how it starts. It's a challenge to just outright there, and it says, freedom fighters, where are the freedom fighters, moral leaders, where have you all gone? So it's a direct challenge to say, let us rise up and do it. And so that's why I'm passionate about it. And so I just want to release it in faith and see, who takes on the challenge, who understands the message, and you just use it for yourself. Not necessarily about, this is Kristine Alicia song, but I want us to do something about it. One of the things I'm working on is, because I'm already a music teacher, I want to give back in that way. And every day when I'm not recording or on stage, I'm working with children teaching music. And that has been my lesson to say. Every time I have a class, I'm able to see their potential, or able to see how they're already being influenced, whether they have self-esteem, whether they don't have self-esteem, whether they can do it or not. So part of the Freedom Fighters trailer campaign is to see, okay, well, what can Kristine Alicia do for me? What can I do to help? That is my area. I can't help you in the business area. I can't help with this, but in my, I want to give back in music lessons or give back in a music camp or so forth. That's just me. But it's a challenge to everybody to see what's your gifting, what's area, what can you give back. And then, because that's more costly. I mean, it's more cost effective to do that than trying to beg somebody for $1 billion to build this thing that will kind of hope change the next generation. Or, we just have to train the youth from now.
One thing that I wanted to chime in on, because I love what you said in reference to the impact that you're able to make, not only as a singer, but as a music teacher.
Right.
Because children are so impressionable.
They are.
And so to be able to provide an atmosphere that is so creative, and allows them to tap into their greatness at a young age, I love that.
Well, it teaches me, but I love it. I mean, it teaches me, it builds me, but it is my joy. And it confirms when the Bible says children are a heritage, because you see them, you're watching them, and they say the most honest things, but they're so pure in their heart. And but at the same time, as I'm there, I'm realizing what a huge responsibility, because everything I say or everything I'm teaching, everything I'm giving to them is something they may remember, or may build them, or take or degrade them.
So I know you started singing at like 9 years old.
I did, yeah.
A family-oriented musical, classical music.
Yes. Yes. I still do it today. Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
And so just to see that was an atmosphere that you grew up in, and now you're impacting.
Yeah, it just hit me a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh, my daddy was a musician, my mom was a teacher, and so the call doesn't run far from you, no matter what you try to do. So, it's
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you all ever done anything together as a family?
Well, we meet up a lot. Like we have family time, like maybe either once a week or every twice a week. So when we come together, we have fun, and everyone kind of plays either the instrument or sings or poetry, and we do that. Have we done anything official like a record together? My brother sometimes helps me with some of my recordings. He's very, very helpful with that. But we haven't released anything official as a family.
Okay. So that might be in the works.
Maybe.
I want to go in right before we go into our ABL games. I want to go into talking a little bit about you being a songwriter.
Okay.
And why was it important for you not only to be the singer on your CDs and your singles, but also to have that creative license when it came to writing the lyrics?
Right. I don't think I thought of it, this is a business decision. It wasn't a business decision, I better write my own songs or I better sing my own songs. It just, I naturally wrote my songs when I was doing background singers for an artist. They heard what I was writing. At that time I wasn't singing any of them, but I think they just saw me writing or penning it, and I would just sing it while I was around them, and then they were like, hey, we love those songs, let me hear exactly what you have. And I sent them out just to scratch them out, and then they were like, and then that's how it started. And then from then I just kept on hearing and I felt like it came natural, so I just did it. I'm open to other people writing for me, absolutely. Freedom Fighters actually is co-penmanship. Okay. And so that's a new thing. I'm very open to it. I'm very open to giving my songs. I realized I've written some songs that are not for me to sing. Okay. So most of the journey has been me writing. But it's not, I'm going to only write my own songs.
And because when I listen to your songs, I'm really big on words. And so I know a lot of times we're drawn in by hooks, but I really want to hear, what am I bopping to? What am I, affirming into the atmosphere? Yeah. And that was one of the things that I think really captured me about your CDs, because you give us a story. Yeah. And not only is it a story, but it's like, I feel like it's a story of triumph. That whatever we're going through, there's still an opportunity for us to lift up our heads.
Right. It goes back to growth. I think whatever you do, whether you're an artist or, you can only really speak about what you experience. I think you can only be authentic based on, if you're going to be a writer, you can only write about what you know or what you're going through, whether you've overcome it or not. So I think that is one of the benefits of being able to sing your own, writing, because it's your own life story. And I feel more real when I can sing my own story, and be able to tell them what God is doing or working on or like hitting me with or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I know you all are going to definitely continue to be blessed by Miss Kristine Alicia, and we're definitely looking forward to your next project. You're working on a sophomore project.
Yes, so the single is going to be a lead up until the second album, God willing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Awesome,
yeah, absolutely.
awesome. So to get in touch with you and see more about what you're doing, share with our beautiful viewers as to how they can do that.
But I really love when I'm able to connect with people and see how the music is helping you on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram. So on Facebook and Twitter, I'm Kristine Alicia. So it's Kristine with a K, simple. And then on Instagram, it's Kristine Alicia Music.
Awesome.
So yeah, we can talk that way.
And she will respond.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to connect with Kristine Alicia, get her out for your next event. That was actually how I met her at my beautiful champion sister.
And it was lovely. It was
Joseph
lovely.
Benjamin's fashion show, and she was our entertainment for the evening. She truly blessed the house. So now, when we come back, Miss Kristine Alicia, you ready?
Ooh, just kidding. Yes.
She is going to play our ABL games, our toss up, and our fab fave. So when we come back, next you'll get a chance to see that personal side of Miss Kristine Alicia.
B&S Delicious Desserts, family owned and operated. Miss Bonnie and Cordelia Adderley specializing in bringing a homemade taste to their delicious desserts, from cakes to pies to signature cupcakes and winning dessert tables. Be prepared for a delicious experience with the finest ingredients from anointed hands. No event is too big or too small to experience B&S Delicious Desserts. Are you ready for the ultimate tasting with B&S Delicious Desserts? We'll call now. Rochelle Amour, the online boutique experience for the stylish and chic woman. A fashion experience incredibly priced with a one-of-a-kind look. From fashionable footwear to contemporary apparel for women and girls with curves. Are you ready for your next event? Do you want a look that will have everyone talking? For your online boutique shopping experience, visit RochelleAmour.com. Rochelle Amour. It's not just apparel. It's a loving what you wear thing.
What event would be fitting without candles? So guess what? Now when you have those beautiful dining experiences with your friends and family, make sure you have your soy candles by the Beautiful Line. Cheers! All right, and we're back, and we're at that place where you get a chance to hear from our beautiful guests as they play the ABL toss up and fab faves. First questions: sour or spicy?
Spicy for sure.
All right. Paper plates or china?
Paper plates.
Oops. No washing dishes.
I mean, I'm not like China. I don't care.
Is it? Just as long as the food is good, right?
Yeah, I don't really care about China.
Okay. Bill Cosby or Uncle Phil?
Bill Cosby.
All right. Color Purple or Five Heartbeats?
Color Purple.
All right. Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog or Olive Oil and Popeye?
Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog.
All right.
They were romantic.
And you know what? Kermit has been making quite a few appearances on Facebook
I know.
recently.
Where's Miss Piggy?
Everybody's breaking up. We're hoping that they are.
Yeah.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Okay. Bungee jumping or skydiving?
Skydiving. Did it?
Yes.
Have you done it?
I'm doing it actually with my production assistant.
It's a lot of fun. It's really good.
I better not let my grandmother see this show.
It was inspiration for Your Lady.
Really?
Well, one of the inspiration, but yeah, Your Lady. So actually I'm doing it on the Your Lady video. So check it out. It's really good.
Okay.
Let's talk about just taking the risk and just falling free into faith.
Oh, I love it. Okay. See, this is why I definitely have to skydive.
I do it.
Road trips or short flights?
Road trips.
Okay. And last but not least, indoor or outdoor concerts?
Outdoor concerts for sure.
Okay, and why?
I love the feeling of a festival.
Okay.
I love the feeling. You just feel like a nice vibe. I just like outdoors in general, and outdoor concerts to me is like, I just feel one with the people. Indoor concerts are cool, but I just feel like it's just too like formal and just too like.
Okay.
Even though the acoustics is great, but outside it's just like a freedom, like bam, we're here, and I just love it.
Okay.
Community.
All right, we're gonna jump right over to our fab faves.
Okay.
All right. What is your favorite time of the day?
Sunrise.
Okay, so the morning.
Yes.
All right, you go to the beach?
I love going to the beach.
Yeah.
But if I can't get to the beach, I'm in my bed, just looking at the sunrise.
Your most fab food to cook?
Fish.
Okay.
Fish for sure.
All right. Everybody's coming over to your house for dinner?
Can do it with my eyes closed.
Really? You like to cook?
I like to cook fish. I kind of like pork.
Okay.
I don't do like what people always ask me to do like I kind of like grits.
Chicken. Okay. So she's been here in
sorry.
Florida for a while. We're gonna have to give her some grits lessons.
I just do fish, but fish.
Okay. And the last one. What is your favorite song on your singles?
Oh, out of my favorite song. That depends on the mood. Probably for my singles from the CD Gone.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe Rescue.
Okay.
Or Perfect Time.
Perfect Time.
Maybe Rescue.
Okay.
I don't really know. Again, it depends.
They're all so good.
No, it just depends on where my heart is.
So you are one of the artists who listens to your CDs.
I do sometimes, yeah.
Good. I love that.
I mean,
so we are going to close out with Miss Kristine Alicia telling us what makes your life a beautiful life.
ooh, what makes my life a beautiful life? Okay, I love chocolate.
Okay.
I love spending quality time at the beach with family and friends, listening to the ocean. But when I'm by myself at the ocean, I that is probably the most special time, because that's when I feel like I'm here with my creator. So the beach is my number one place. In the ocean, my number one place, because I'm hearing God, and that's where I get my inspiration. And then when He connects with me and talks to me and affirms that He's leading me, that's the best. I never ever know exactly what is happening, never. But when He confirms that He's right there and I'm able to respond properly, is when the connection, and that's when my life is most beautiful.
Oh,
For true. For real. For real.
I tell you, this has truly been an awesome time for me to sit with you. And I knew that our viewers were going to be blessed by your story, by your authenticity. And now we get a chance to hear more music from Miss Kristine Alicia as she prepares for her upcoming single debut in Jamaica, Freedom Fighters. So make sure you stay plugged in with this beautiful vessel. And until next time, it's a beautiful life. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
hand he leads me by the still water. Oh God, yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. If my feet should slip and I fall, his staff will correct, and he'll come to my rescue. From his arms no one can tear me apart. He'll come to my rescue. Won't tell the wicked man his plans I go for. He'll come to my rescue. With his angels I'm moving forward. Come to my rescue. Jehovah guide me with his strength and with his arms. Poverty sticks to righteous while the wicked fight the just. Yes, them draw for them gun, have no regard for the poor man and them sons. But still Jah looks down from above, laughs on his throne, cause he knows him I go work it out for the ones who fully trust in him. And yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. If my feet should slip and I fall, his staff will correct, and he'll come to my rescue. From his arms no one can tear me apart. He'll come to my rescue. Won't tell the wicked man his plans I got for. He'll come to my rescue. With his angels I'm moving forward. Come to my rescue. Jehovah guide me with his strength and with his arms. I won't be afraid of the arrow that flieth by day, or the terror I can. See, Jah loves over me like rain. When it storms, I call on his name. And I know, and I know, and I know he'll come. From his arms, you can't tear me apart. He'll come to my rescue. Won't tell the wicked man his plans are gonna come to my rescue. With his angels I'm moving forward. My rescue. Jehovah guide me with his strength and with his arm. Jehovah guide me. Jehovah guide me with his strength and with his arm. Jehovah guide me. Jehovah guide me. Jehovah guide me. Guide me with his strength and with his arm. Come to my rescue. He'll come to my rescue. He cannot help. He cannot harm. He'll come to my rescue. Jehovah guide me with his strength and with his arms.
I'm living a beautiful life. I'm making a beautiful life. I'm changing, rearranging. I see a beautiful day.